All right, so as federal workers all across the country try to figure out what to do next, so too, as Robert Sherman noted in his report, are congressional Republicans here in Washington.
What do you think about Senate Republicans moving ahead of the House GOP on reconciliation?
I think we should be first. It's much more complicated over here than it is over on the Senate.
As The Hill reports, Senate Republicans are looking to leapfrog the House in President Trump's agenda battle, or at least trying to figure out where to go from here. Joining me now is the man who played a role in helping get many of these Republicans elected. Michael Whatley is the chairman of the Republican National Committee, joins us live here on The Hill. Michael, thanks for being back with us. Always nice to see you, sir.
Yes, sir. Good to be with you tonight.
So you remember 2017, repeal and replace Obamacare. Didn't happen. Get the tax cuts done. It did happen. Republicans went 1 for 2. And we're seeing this struggle a little bit play out again. Lindsey Graham today, it's time for the Senate to move. Mike Johnson, he has to understand the reality of the House. A 4-hour meeting today at the White House. There have been retreats in Miami, Mar-a-Lago, D.C., another one this weekend as well. I guess it's my way of saying, Michael, at this point in time, why aren't Republicans seemingly on the same page?
Well, look, there is a lot of urgency in these discussions. I think we understand that it is going to be a very big process that we're going to be moving forward with both the House and the Senate. But the president ran on a very clear agenda, and both the House and the Senate have their majorities today because the president ran on that agenda. And so he has a vision. He has a plan. Obviously, the details are going to be worked out by Congress, by the Senate, and those conversations are taking place right now. But understand, the American people have a sense of urgency. President Trump has a sense of urgency, and it is going to be very critical for everybody to meet that urgency and move forward for the American people.
All right, so you know where this is headed, Michael, but for our audience here on NewsNation or those listening to us on SiriusXM, there's going to be a lot of these conservative Republicans who say, wait a minute, we got to cut spending no matter what happens. For example, here is Chip Roy the other day. He said, it's being reported I'm not at the so-called Republican retreat in Florida. I'm not. I'm in Texas. And he goes on to say, rather than spending $2,000 to hear more excuses. And then there was a vote in the House the other day involving the Nutria Act. Nutria is a rodent. And Tim Burchett, there were 56 Republicans who voted against this, saying, wait a minute, why are we spending money on this? Here was what Congressman Burchett said on Morning in America. I'll get your reaction on the other side.
Because we're lazy. We don't read the bills. Our leadership is lazy, and they pass this garbage on. It should have never even been on the floor. You know, and of course, the old guard will tell you $60 million, Tim. That's nothing. You know, this is a boondoggle.
So what happens, Michael, if some of these conservative Republicans say nope? I hear you say it's a big process. President Trump was the one elected, but what if they push back?
Yeah, President Trump's agenda is very clear, right? It is restore the southern border, rebuild our economy, keep America safe, and make sure that we're strong internationally. Those are the priorities that we're going to see moving forward with it. And the president, as you have already seen, is very engaged in this process. Yes, there are a lot of different voices within the House. There's a lot of different voices within the Senate. But at the end of the day, we are going to see movement on this because the American people are going to demand it.
When do you think there's movement?
Well, I think we'll see movement very shortly. Like I said, those conversations are already taking place right now.
Is there a primary threat for some of these Republicans if they don't get behind the president, don't get behind him soon?
Well, I certainly think that the American people certainly expect that Congress is going to work with the president to hammer out this agenda. And so would there be ramifications if there are folks that aren't going to engage? I would not be surprised if that's the case. But right now, what we fully expect is we are going to have a unified Republican caucus that is going to move forward with President Trump's agenda.
What do you think the ramifications could be?
Like I said, right now, we are going to work very hard every day to make sure that we have a unified agenda moving forward with the president's agenda.
Thank you for watching. And make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.